Hello, everyone. This is Out of the Box podcast. I'm your host, Jim Andre, and I got my co-host here, Bradley Powers, along with special guest tonight, Michael Ann Gilpin. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm
I'm fine,
good.
thank you. Thank you for joining us, Michael and Gilpin.
Yeah,
So, how you
And
doing, Michael?
I'm good. I'm alive.
Oh yeah, any day above ground is a good day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to ask you, Michael and Gilpin, how would you define yourself? Are you psychic medium, conduits, clairvoyant? Uh,
Um,
ex-
all of the above. As an indigo, and starseed, I'm gifted in many ways, but my main stuff, I guess, is usually psychic medium, remote viewing is probably the top three, but I can, you know, channel and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Psychic medium and remote
Yeah,
viewer. For sharing that with me.
yeah. And I have access to um I can write hieroglyphics, but I haven't been able to decipher them yet.
Have you ever tried deciphering some of the designs of the crop circles? Because I believe those are messages as well.
They
Yeah,
are.
absolutely.
And some of those, oddly enough, some of those cropsicles, I've noticed some of the when I write the hieroglyphics, um, have those elements in them. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and Tammy Bonham is asking, how did you know that you are an indigo starseed?
Um, I guess I've always known. I mean, when I was 4, I told my mom I was from the stars. I wasn't from here. So, and then just probably I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or something. I went to oh, it's been more than 10 years actually. I went to an event and met a person. Her name is Michelle Manny. She's no longer with us. She's passed. But she told me that you are probably a star seed, and she had a planetary book, and there was a sound she played, and it was the um, uh, from the Pleiades system, and I reacted it right away like I was home. The sound. So
Uh,
I just and then I started researching, and then if you look up indigo adult or indigo child, I have like check all of them. Yeah. So
okay, hey all
Also,
from Vic.
Indigo Child, born in
How
the
you doing, Vic?
60s. Born in the
yeah, I was
60s.
born in yeah, I was born in the 60s. Yep.
I'm also an Indigo child. A psychic told me I was an Indigo child, born
Hmm.
in 1965. Uh, yeah, so it makes me Indigo child. Yeah, and also like I've experienced many gifts similar to yourself, actually, like clairvoyance. I'm a
Yep.
conduit, remote viewing, telepathy, mind reading, and even telekinesis at random, but not
Well,
not like on Jim's scale. My gifts come and go. I'm not in control of them. I don't know how to switch them on and off. Unlike yourself,
one point,
Michael. You
one point I'd like to try to make though is you guys are no longer indigo child or children. You're indigo adults.
We are. I'm an adult. Definitely. I've put away my childish toys, and now I'm an adult. So
and
definitely.
like please welcome Tammy Barnum to the in the audience, and Vic Macro. Thank you for joining us.
Hi,
Did
Vic.
you say you was a star seed as well, Michael?
Tammy Bonham says I've been told that she was a Lyran and a Palladian by two different people.
Yeah, a Palladian. There's many different. You can be a Lyrian Palladian, a Tigerian Palladian. There's a lot of different Pallades, different. It's like living in the United States. You've got the United States, it's like Pallades, but then you've got different parts. You got the South, the North,
Right.
So it's just it's kind of like that too. And each Pallades, depending on where you're from in that system, you might have different. Hello, Amy Jo. Different gifts and such. So I haven't delved into that. But yeah, I also do past lives as well. That's a gift I have as well. So yeah.
Hey, we have Amy Schaefer. Hello, y'all. Hi, Amy.
Hello, Amy.
We got Marianne Clark from Ghost House Paranormal, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Peanut Fern Fontai Cecil is asking, this has just come onto our Facebook page. What's this all about? What this is all about is I am here with Jim Andre. He is a quantum healer and an alien abductee. My name is Bradley Powers. I'm a spiritual advisor and a mystic. Michael Ann Gilpin, our guest at the bottom there, is a psychic medium and remote viewer and an indigo adult. And we're discussing paranormal phenomena, spirituality, and extraterrestrials. Okay? Hi there. Yes, Charles Place is not.
Later. Hi, Charles. He says he's sorry he couldn't join.
That's okay. It's not a problem. Not a problem,
Johnny Mark. Hello, Johnny. He says hello, Jim and Mr. Powers.
And
hello Johnny.
Amy Jo Schaefer says she thinks she's an indigo as well. Okay, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. You could look up, there is, I forget where the site is, but there is a site that gives you the ticks. Well, I call them ticks, but check marks for, being an indigo adult. Like, you like just example, you question authority, you question reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should always question authority, whether we're indigo children or not. Yep.
Michael, would it have been in my private messenger group, Esoteric Family? I posted that, what you just said.
Okay.
Indigo children in my Esoteric Family group. Yeah.
Sorry, I've got a little kitten that wants to be part of the show, apparently.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I've got my German Shepherd Rambo. He's always a part of the show most of the time.
MRS was meant to what? I don't know.
Says Mrs. was meant to type. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. Sorry, Johnny.
Marianne Clark says alien connections have been on the rise lately. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, they're definitely here. They've always been here. When I actually moved back to Colorado, but when I was in Phoenix, just the 2 years I was out there, I saw 4 UFOs, and I could see what was over, Sedona, the ship that's over there.
Yeah, well, there's been sightings for God knows how long, but the main point is the reason why it's on the rise lately is because mainstream news media is starting to cover it. And what's
right, they recognize we're just not the only ones here.
But there's a nefarious reason for that. What that's going to lead up to is a false flag alien invasion.
Right. What I find funny is that some of the people, like I've got people in my family that think that aliens are just demons. I'm like, no, they're not.
That's right, so Michael. They're not. I support what you say, and I do promote it. Demons and alien extraterrestrials, they exist in their own right. Demons exist. Demons are born from a fire. The jinn are born from a smokeless fire. They exist in their own right.
Yeah.
You can't say all demons are extraterrestrials or vice versa.
Right. Yeah, I've known. I don't know. I feel like I've known all my life. It's just, people. When I was younger, I was just told to, I'm seeing things, I'm hearing things. Let's give you some medication. Let's set you up. That sort of thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Tammy Bonham says, I have memories of myself still in diapers asking myself why I'm so small. I have memories of things that happened to me before I was able to talk.
Oh, brilliant, Tammy. That's awesome. Yeah, so we have access, and that's probably your higher self being active when you were just a little one. Where I came into being, I guess, lightened, I had a portal open up. I wanted to go through, but my twin wouldn't let me. So yeah, so I'm still here.
Amy
And
Jo
you're
Yeah.
says it's funny that they think we are stupid.
It is funny, Amy Jo. It is funny. It's like we're not the ones that are stupid. You are. So it is quite funny.
Johnny Mark says aliens
Especially
can
when
be
you have people.
frequencies, also microscopic moss on meteorites, etc. Yeah. Well, they have a way of communicating telepathically.
Yeah. Yep, they do, and they do. Yeah. Very different from.
Johnny Mark says, I believe 80% of UFOs out there are drones or man-made UFOs.
Okay. Well, that's okay if you believe that. It's not true, but it's okay to believe that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. We're not here to argue. We're here to debate. Constructive criticism can often lead to a healthy debate. We're here to debate,
Yeah.
not argue.
Marianne
Yeah.
Clark says, I have seen and heard things since I was about 4 or 5 years old, and it wasn't extraterrestrial.
Like, how do you mean? I mean, like entities or
Yeah.
past
I'd
life
say
or
if it wasn't extraterrestrial, it was spiritual entities or ghosts. I actually think there's a difference between a spiritual entity and a ghost. Ghosts are normally residue captured in time. They probably don't even know they're dead. They repeat doing the same thing over and over again. Whereas spiritual entities are intelligent, conscious minds.
yeah, and I do believe that spiritual entities had what purpose of.
Vic Makarov says, Michael Ann Gilpin, I've been hearing that the matrix has been lifted. If the purpose of star seeds was to help remove the matrix, and if the matrix has been removed, then what would be the purpose of star seeds now here on Earth?
Oh, we're still here to help. The Matrix. I know that there was a shift. Like I felt it when Facebook and all that went down. There was definitely a shift, and I felt it in more ways than one. But we're still here. Rainbows, light workers, indigos. Yeah, we're still here to help. We're not finished yet. So until
that's right.
it's just
yeah. Indigo, star seeds, crystals, and star seeds. Indigos, crystals, rainbows, and star seeds. Yeah.
Marianne Clark says, yes, please explain to her what I do, Bradley.
Marianne Clark has her own group, her own podcast, paranormal investigator, ghost hunter, as well as psychic medium herself. Yeah.
I belong to a group too. We have our own Roku channel. It's Meccanville Paranormal PFC on Roku. So I am a paranormal investigator as well, and a medium. Yeah. So we've gotten. They were just in Yuma, and they got awesome evidence. And a lot of the stuff is residual evidence, but there is intelligent answering as well. So, spirits can be, I'll tell, I have 2 classes, not of this world, but then those that have passed and are still connected, but not of this world. Like when I do readings, I tell people, if their family member comes through, I let them know. I'm like, they're just visiting. It's like they're not earthbound. I have very rarely met an earthbound spirit that have unquote unfinished business. Most of the time they're just jumping down from, wherever they are to contact their loved ones and then go back to doing what they're doing. So
Yes, Marianne Clark is the proprietor of Ghost House Paranormal, just for the record, okay? Well, I share that with you. And you're on Roku Television. I admire your spirit very much, Michael. And it just so happens me, Jim, and Vic Makarov will be appearing on Roku Television very soon ourselves.
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant.
Oh, God, don't tell me I've got to leave the studio now.
Yeah, there's
Can you hear me okay?
There's so much out there. Yeah, I guess it would be telepathically. It's, I don't know, sometimes I feel like they're standing right in front of me, but yeah, it's a when a medium what I call tune in, I guess it would be telepathically. It's an energy. It's tuning into that, what I call an energy line. So yeah.
And telepathy can be experienced from both the living and the those from the next life. Yeah, from both sides.
Yeah,
worlds.
there's many different, yeah. I've lived many lives.
Telepathy is a form of quantum physics as well.
Your volume sounds a lot lower now, Brad.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave and come back in, Jim. Okay.
All right.
I've just had a phone call and I've blocked.
All right.
Okay, I'll see you. I've done it. Yeah, removed from stuff.
Midnight Rider says, Tammy, yes, I also have vivid dreams from 11 months old. Wow, that's way back.
That is cool though. I don't. I don't. I mean, I'm starting to have more memories as I access my higher self, but yeah.
It must be interesting to be able to remote view. What is your most interesting memory or remote viewing episode?
Recently I decided to go to Alaska. And there was in the Denali Mountains.
It's funny that you mentioned Alaska. Did you hear about that Black Pyramid they just discovered there in Alaska?
Yeah, it's been there.
Yeah, it's been there, but they've been talking about it more recently.
Yeah, so I did a remote viewing on that, a while back, and I could see there was like this underground. It's covered. It's government based. It is covered. There's like a grass, and I don't know the technology, but it's like you can see it like up and down, and it goes underground, and there's various levels to the pyramid.
Yeah, but
the aliens reside there, plus the government.
Let me rephrase that. I was wrong with what I said. It's not Alaska, it's Antarctica. That's where
the one I know of is there'll be sorry, I just got a message. Gosh, all these things. The one that I saw was the pyramid in, I believe it was Alaska, the Denali Mountains is where I saw this big, it's inside, it's a black pyramid and underground.
Other than being able to remote view in real time, can you go like into the past and remote view or into the future as well?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what kind of vibes do you get off like pyramids and the whole concept of basically pyramids worldwide, the Egyptians, the ley lines, and how they're intricately aligned with the cosmos? What are your thoughts?
It's actually a memory. Oddly enough, it's a memory because I can remember when like Egypt was green when they were building the pyramids, the Sumerians, and
Now the
so
pyramids would have had to have been built by a higher intelligence of life per se. I mean, they
yeah, they
couldn't
were.
they couldn't have been built by man himself.
No, they weren't. They were built. Yeah, no, they were built. Yeah. It's funny how people try and there couldn't been giants, or there couldn't been this. Well, there could have been, and you're just not your belief system or whatever makes you think that a person my size enslaved and slaves built the pyramids. That's partly true, but not true. If that makes sense.
Vic says there's black pyramids, I guess, in both Alaska and Antarctica.
Yeah. I believe there's others out there too as well.
Well, yeah, there's actually pyramids all over the world. I mean, probably
Yeah.
some we haven't discovered yet, some underwater. They've recently discovered some under land as well.
Yeah.
I can add to that.
Yeah.
I live in Swansea on the marina by the city gates, and 5 minutes walk from me, Swansea town centre, there's a pyramid there, but you can't see it because it's under the ground. In the Second World War, a German bomber, land is in the Swansea town centre and uncovered the capstone of a pyramid, and they didn't have the money to excavate it, and they didn't want it known, and they concreted over it. So in Swansea town centre is a pyramid there that no one knows about, really, only a few.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. That's very cool.
I'm in the need to know gang, I guess, but like it's a shame that we don't do it, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I think
But
we're going to
yeah,
discover a lot more in the coming years.
Tammy Bonham says, when I was a teenager, I would skip school and hang out in cemeteries, and I felt so peaceful there. But 2 years ago, I went to visit my mill, and I was angry because they hadn't laid her marker yet, and something bit me on my arm. Looks like a bite mark, and I have a scar still. Is it possible to attract negative energy? If you are energy, if you are angry.
Yeah, there's always that possibility, Tammy, but sometimes entities or spirits can attack just because they can, to be honest. It may not be anything you've done or your anger or because I like cemeteries as well, but yeah, I am a medium. Yeah. If you're asking that, Matthew, I'm a medium psychic. I do have a website. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell it here,
yes,
but yeah.
you are. You certainly are, Michael.
Okay. So Matthew, if you want to go to purplewindows.net, you can see more about me.
Yes, Michael and Gilpin, promote yourself, please, while you're here. You're welcome.
Yeah. So yeah, I help people in their grieving process. I do remotes. I do. I can see future. Like I was on a guest show a couple of months ago, and I have futuristic dreams. So I dreamt the change of stuff in the royal family. So that's been interesting to watch. I'm trying to read all these things. I can't read this, but yeah, it's interesting what's going on in the world right now. Definitely.
Johnny Mark says they used pyramids to point up to the stars and signs to highlight what
because
uses as the star signs and astrology into future science and religion.
Yeah, everything has been misconstrued. Like I'm a Taurus, and I exhibit a lot of those traits. And there have, if you look at just religion in itself, we'll just take the word we use when we pray, amen. So if you think about it and where that word came from, it's actually from the Egyptologist Amun-Ra. When they worshipped Amun-Ra, they would say, praise Amun-Ra, and it then translated down through the years to Amen. So Amun-Ra, Amen. You can look it up.
Michael, these pyramids are made with such great intricacy and design.
Yeah.
They must be there for a purpose. Do you think that purpose is to dumb down and control humanity?
No. I think it's to give us tools to help us, and we just have forgotten our way, to be honest. There's a lot out there.
Whoever protects the Pyramid of Giza, that area there, the Egyptian pyramids, whoever protects that, there would be more knowledge we could gain, but they never let us gain the knowledge that's there. What reason would they have to hide it or want to hide it?
Because belief systems, despite all that's going on in the world, I still have family members.
You send archaeologists in there to get down to the truth. There's no belief or concept. That's fact. So why are they avoiding us or preventing us from gathering the facts? That's the question.
I think they're afraid, to be honest. I think they're afraid of the government, saying, okay, yeah, there's more to life on Earth than just human beings. And if they admitted in being involved with alien beings and such, it would change the whole infrastructure of our belief system. And, I believe, we're just being dumbed down.
Yeah, but again, the pyramids were built and designed and put there for a reason. In your opinion, what do you think that reason is?
I do think it's for future use, to be honest.
Don't forget
such as what? Such as
just finding the I can't think of, I think it's the word chambers. You see the pyramids were built for the quote, the Egyptian, like, the only person I can think of is King Tut, but to lay them to rest so they would have, in their afterlife. But I think it's more than that. And I think just because we can't get into those upper chambers and find out what's going on, doesn't mean that they don't exist. I don't think that those pyramids were built that high and it's solid above, and then all those burial chambers below. I honestly don't think that.
Vic Makarov says, I don't have energies, aliens attacking me anymore. They're still around, but they know not to. It's all about boundaries.
Yeah, you can say no. Yeah, there are boundaries. You can definitely, don't come around. Don't, and I see stuff all the time.
The pyramids of Giza were allegedly lined up with Orion's belt. And they had capstones on because they were power points as well. They supplied energy. And also a giant vortex. It's debatable, I know, but I believe it's a giant vortex there, same as there is Stonehenge as well.
There you go, Bradley. You can read this one off from Matthew.
Okay. Hi there, Matthew Turner. Thank you for joining us. What a surprise. Pleasure to have you near us. Matthew Turner says, from what I know, the consciousness of Ra is it very channelable consciousness. The last one to channel that consciousness was Carla Rufford back in the 70s. Ra itself said that those pyramids do not work to this day simply because of the celestial alignment with the universe being off this day. When Ra helped build through the consciousness. What happened there?
Oh yeah,
I'm on a different line now, and I.
that makes sense, Matthew. That really does.
Hang on, I'll finish that. When Ra helped build through the consciousness of Thoth, those pyramids were built out of what they refer to as living stone. Those stones are conscious. Thank you for sharing that, Matthew. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
and allegedly
definitely
the
makes
Pyramid
sense,
of
Matthew.
Giza, they've got a sarcophagus, had a sarcophagus inside, indicating the fact that they were like a tomb, the king's tomb. But like, I think that's a misinterpretation.
Johnny Mark says they are energy lasers.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good one. Yes, that's right. And the gold caps are missing. I still think it's a giant vortex as well.
Give me 1 second here.
Hi there, Jeremy George. Thank you for joining us, Johnny Mark, Vic Makaroff, Tammy Barnum, and Matthew as well. Yeah, pleasure to have you all near us. This is Michael and Gilpin on the show.
Hello.
Are you keeping busy, Michael? You probably are.
No, I just it's been a busy day. People, because I was in the hospital, everybody and their son is checking up on me, and I'm supposed to be judging in New Jersey for a thing in April, so they're trying to get a hold of me. But I told me in about 30 minutes I'd be available, so I apologize, guys.
The Midnight Rider says, I firmly think that the pyramids are a strong energy source and have nothing to do with being burial chambers.
Exactly right. I agree with that. They're not burial chambers, although you have got the King's Chamber. They're not actually burial chambers. Yeah, I agree
Vic
with that.
Makaroff says the pyramids were not built for the pharaohs. They were put in later. They were energy centers. That's why they were positioned on ley lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. I don't fully understand the pyramids. I just know when I tune into them what I see and get. So that's very that could very well be. So I'm still learning myself and still trying to figure things out. So like I say, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
God, my Android phone, one of my phones will not connect to the internet for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. That's not unusual, that's never happened.
Bradley, can you see this whole post from Matthew?
Yeah.
I can't
Matthew
get it all
Turner
on my end.
is working me. Matthew Turner, you're working me tonight, and it's not a problem. Thank you for sharing. Are you guys familiar with what is known as an initiation ritual, which was supposed to have taken place within the Great Pyramid itself? The pyramid was an initiation chamber, starting with the deprivation chamber at the base of the pyramid. The feminine aspect of consciousness, enlightenment, took place within the Queen's chamber. The King's chamber gave birth to the king, or the opening of the lotus chakra. Talking about the pyramids, I've studied the pyramids all my life. Literally, it is. Thank you for sharing.
No, thank you, Matthew. That's a new one on me.
I had a thought that when the sarcophagus was in the King's chamber and you laid in it and a ritual was performed, whoever's lying in the in the sarcophagus, the empty sarcophagus, whoever was laying there with a ritual performed would teleport to another location. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Matthew says the ritual was known as the second birth.
So I've heard of the second birth, Matthew. I have heard of that, but I didn't know all that was. Yeah.
Oh,
and Johnny, yeah, I know humans didn't make the pyramids. I know they didn't. So I was there, to be honest.
Vic Makaroff says depending on the type of pyramid and where it was constructed and what it's constructed from is depending on the function of the particular pyramids itself.
Yeah, and that literal, mathematical equation of threes. Threes is a magical number. So agreed. Yeah.
Johnny Mark says you can lift anything with a certain frequency vibration, just like an opera singer can smash glass at master's level of screaming.
Oh, I was like,
It's all about
Oprah? I didn't know Oprah, but yes, opera. Yeah.
Levitation is
Matthew
frequency.
says very few kings and pharaohs survive that ritual.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Well, my phone won't connect to the internet. I think your Facebook glitch, Jim, is rubbing off on my Android phone because it won't work now.
Yeah, I know. I'm having a heck of a time with mine. I'll tell you that.
Well, I've lost internet connection on my phone now, so I can't. I've got 3 phones here. I've got lost internet.
It's been over a week. I can't fully access my main account.
Wow. Yeah, Sarah Williams, thank you for joining us. She's just joining in, as she said. Sounds like an interesting show. Yes, it is, Sarah. It's always interesting. Esoteric intellectual information is what we share.
Yeah.
And we've got Michael Ann Gilpin on the show, Psychic Medium, Remote Viewer.
Koblenz Bible. Huh. I'll have to look that up, Matthew. I've not heard of that, but that's cool.
Yeah, Matthew
I
says
love
this
to
very
learn.
ritual can be found in what's known as the Koblenz Bible.
Definitely learned that one.
Yes, and talking of Matthew Turner is appearing on Out of the Box. He's appearing on this show next week, Thursday or Sunday. We yet to sort that out.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting show, and by the way, a 2-hour special, right?
It's a 2-hour special because Matthew Turner is special. And he's like, and like, well,
he definitely is special.
You're special as well, Michael. But Michael, you just got out of hospital. Michael, you just got out of hospital, so we thought an hour would be enough. Like, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Stupid hospitals.
We don't want to drain your batteries, Michael.
Yeah. They can get drained, especially in hospitals, because everybody and their son decides. And when my energy is down, spirits come out of the woodwork, and I'm like, you know what? I'm sick. I'm in the hospital. Can you just go?
Yeah. And look at I've just come out. Everyone, listen to this. Michael Ann Gilpin's just come out of hospital, and here she is on the show. Michael said she would appear on the show, and I had faith with Michael, whereas Vic Makarov, my project manager, and Jim Andre were saying, like, you can't expect Michael to turn up. He just come out of hospital, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, when were you discharged? Was it yesterday?
Yesterday. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot going on with me, and I'm just, we're trying to keep myself alive so I don't come and haunt you guys.
So well,
you can come and haunt me, Michael, and Michael, you're welcome.
Michael.
You're welcome to come and haunt me, Michael, and tell me what it's like on the other side.
I probably will, Bradley. I probably will.
And you'd still be welcome on the show. So
okay. Do a spirit box. I'm like, oh, we have Michael coming to as a spirit. That'd be funny. Definitely funny.
I've booked the MUFON official Mark Wilson, Jim. I booked him for Saturday. Conference on Saturday.
All right. Okay. Matthew Turner says, LOL, I'm special, all right. Yellow crayon eating, pyramid researching, matrix breaker, LOL.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
Matthew Turner says,
and Matthew says, by the way, welcome to the Matrix Minds broadcast, fellas. Thank you for having us, Matthew. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Matthew. Yeah, pleasure to have you, Neil. Are you getting this? No, we haven't read this yet, have we? Vic Makarov saying, also the pyramids are not 5-sided, but actually 9-sided. And 9 is an interesting number when it comes to early school and secret society teachings.
Right, because it's in 3s. So, yeah.
And
Yep.
and oh, like I'll put that up there for you. What's it say, Jim?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just going to put that up there, but you couldn't wait. I can see why. Gene Miller says, "We love you, Bradley Powers."
Oh, Gene Miller. We need to hang out sometime, me and you, Gene Miller.
Feeling the love. Feeling the love.
Feeding the love. Yeah, thank you for that, Gene Miller. That's really kind.
Apparently, I'm not loud, but you are, Bradley. I'm still not showing you my boobs, though.
Well, thank you for saying that. I am loved, Gene Miller. Thank you for saying that, because Jim doesn't say that very often. Hardly at all, actually.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's why I hang with you. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're loved, Michael. That's why you're on the show. We
True.
love all our guests. Well, we love
Thank
most
you.
of them. We didn't love the gay reptilian, did we? But we won't talk about it.
Hmm.
Gene Miller
Sarah
says
Williams says
Bradley is
Michael is a remote, and I love you all. Thank you.
Yeah. Gene Miller says Bradley is very cool, and I love listening to him.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel the same way. I love listening to myself as well, but thank you for sharing. Maybe, Gene, you need to come on the show. Have a think about that. Please feel free to message us, inbox me or Jim, and tell us a little bit about yourself, Gene. That'd be really kind. We'd love to know. We like to meet new people. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I love people. You never know what
I'm
you're
a
going to get.
people's person. I'm an ambassador for mankind, and I'm a people's person. And I have faith in humanity. I don't know about you, Michael, but at the moment we are ruled by darkness. I believe the light will win the day. I believe, and it will tilt the balance of the planet in our favor. Yeah.
Gene Miller says I do have an Art Bell type voice.
I don't know what that means. Are you?
Art Bell,
I don't know what that means.
Art Bell was a radio announcer.
Oh, okay. I should have known that.
Johnny Mark says, hang on, I've got my glasses on. Bradley has powers. Yes, that's right, certainly have. Yeah, esoteric powers, really.
Boy, Bradley's Bradley's head's going to swell on this show.
I've lived a life of quantum mysticism. I've experienced some things that I've experienced go beyond human comprehension. That to share them, you think I was crazy. To be honest,
yeah,
with some of what
me too, definitely.
Amy Jo Schaefer is asking, can anyone tell me what I'm thinking about?
You're thinking about dinner and going to get an Oreo cookie. I don't know. I can't tune in right now. I'm sorry.
I'm going to share something here. Sarah Williams says she was asking if Michael is a remote viewer, and the answer is yes. You heard Bradley say that. Yeah, I've experienced remote viewing. However, I'm not in control of it. Whereas Michael Ann Gilpin is a remote viewer, and she is in control of it. I guess. I've experienced. I've remote viewed the dead and the living on both sides. I have at random. Don't ask me how I did it.
So one of my gifts for remote viewing is I've not met anybody, but I can see images around people, like Carl Jung described as dream images. Like for instance, if I saw a ladder around you, you might be climbing up the ladder of success, or if I see water, depending on the body of water, you're gaining more insight into your subconscious, or violets mean love. I mean, there's a whole slew of stuff.
I've remote viewed inside a living Dark Lord, and he was remote viewing me, and he saw me do it. But I didn't ask his permission. I just did it, and he saw me do it because he was remote viewing me, so he knew I was remote viewing him. I've remote viewed a dark sorcerer and a dark wizard. A dark sorcerer, the next side of life, I remote viewed, and I remote viewed a dark wizard as well. I wasn't in them; I was outside of them, watching them.
Right. So, Sarah, what do you mean? What method?
What method do you use, Michael?
It depends on who I'm reading for, what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm not sure I understand the question. I use all my gifts come into play when I do readings or I help people, or if I do an investigation. Sometimes they come through at it's like sometimes I'll just give you an example. I had to go in for some labs, and the lady who was drawing my labs, her dad came through. Her dad had passed, and so, but I also saw other things around her in the dream. Okay. So Sarah, the method I use is just basically, I'll tune in to a spot or to see what I can get, or I'll tune into, I don't know, it's just odd. Like, I remember, let me go into a different story. I remember, buying a beer. I remember, being in a doctor's office through therapy. A lot of us have issues. So, and I told him, I was gifted and things, and sometimes it just gets overwhelming and I can't sleep, blah, blah, blah. So I suddenly told him something that not even his colleagues knew about. And I also described his home. And he goes, okay, here you go. Here's your script. So, it just is a matter of what I'm tuning into. Like,
Amy Jo Schaefer was saying, what is she thinking? It's coming to me right now. Bear with me a minute. She's thinking, wow, this show is freaking amazeballs. That's what she's thinking.
What?
She's thinking the show's freaking amazeballs.
Big Makarov is asking, Michael, did you ever see what images around him? Have you ever seen any?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I had to retune in, but because what happens is it's interesting how it's like I step aside and my higher self comes through. So sometimes I don't remember what I say to people. And then I have to ask them, or I have to record it, because oftentimes when I tune in, I kind of check out, if that makes sense.
It's interesting that Vic brought that up, because when we were on a video chat the other night with Bradley and Vic, you said you seen something around me, right?
Yeah, you have your little aliens around you.
Right.
Well, they're not really little, but yeah.
Matthew Turner has a question for you, Michael.
Okay.
He's saying, can we ask the guest if she has any future prophecy with us? Can you share any future prophecies?
As an individual, or as in United States, or what? I'm not sure what you're asking.
What would you what you feel comfortable with, Michael? Whatever's comfortable for you. What would you like if you can? That is, whatever you feel comfortable with. Any future prophecy?
Well, one dream I had, which is very controversial, which you guys may start in on, is I dreamt that and I don't agree with it. I just get the dreams, but Trump will win presidency. However, within 6 months of that presidency, he will leave and I see him indicted on something more than whatever that is. I see him leaving, packing up, moving out of the White House. So I'm not sure what that means. I also had a dream that Prince William will take over the throne within the year, and King Charles will be rendered terminal.
All right, very good,
and
that's feasible.
Yeah,
that's very feasible what you're sharing. It's feasible what you're sharing, Michael. I have a prophecy. Out of the Box is appearing on Roku television to an audience of 50 million viewers. My prophecy is that this Out of the Box is the show's gonna do really well.
There you go. There you go.
Johnny Mark says, my dad sent me some serious messages from the spiritual world. I told the minister he wanted to meet me when he came back from Rome. He was so enlightened by my stories. The universe is always watching. That's right. You're never alone as well. Spirits watch you.
Yeah.
And never talk ill of the dead, because they know when you're thinking about them, when you're talking about them, they know. They know when you're looking at a photo album. Sometimes when you're looking at photographs of those who's crossed over, they can actually install extra memories from the photograph of their time with you, because our life is about collecting moments, cherished memories for all time. Yeah.
Well, and what's interesting is people don't realize that we travel in packs of our past life selves. So when you're who you think your dad was, maybe in a past life could have been your husband or your daughter or son or whatever, we always have that within ourselves, that what I call a piece or a shard of that. And I'm just now accessing some of those shards of past lives. I have an affinity to, and Bradley and I are connected because of Avalon. I'm Lady of the Lake, and his is Merlin. So, and people are like, well, how can you be Lady of the Lake and the other person can be? Well, they're different shards. That lifetime okay, I'm going to send out a shard to that person who might be born in 1964 or whatever. I have an affinity. I was a Japanese priest. I was and these are things that have been confirmed by other people. So I'm just not blowing smoke out of my ass,
Some people, because
So-
I'm affiliated, Merlin is my guardian angel. I'm affiliated with him. I've encountered apparitions, and he's been in me, outside of me, and I was amazed. I didn't know he was a real person until I actually encountered these apparitions. And some people have actually said that I'm the reincarnation of Merlin, and I'd like to say that I'm not, because I've encountered Merlin in spirit. So I'm not the reincarnation of him, but I can understand people thinking that.
Big Mac.
You could have a piece of him, not an actual incarnate.
Yes, the essence. I could have the essence of Merlin without being Merlin. Yeah, the essence.
Yeah.
Matthew Turner says the world stage. Tune in. Yes.
Yeah.
Vic McElroth says, watch out, Big Mick, I hear, is running for president of the U.S. You know who he's referred to when he says Big Mick? Michelle Obama. Do you see that coming, Michael?
I don't at this time, but I'm not able to tune in readily. So
I've got one from Sarah Williams. We're coming to the end of the show, so let's get this with Sarah Williams. Says, okay, I am very similar. I think we are very similar. I'm like a conduit of sorts and get things through various senses. It's always fun to surprise doctors. That's awesome. You are great. Thank you. I'm working on my remote viewing and becoming a professional remote viewer. So I want to find some different methods to try to improve my accuracy. Thank you for sharing that with us, Sarah Williams.
Yeah, and fair. Sarah, feel free to contact me and we can talk about that. I don't have any written methodology. I just do it. I focus and it just comes to me. I'm not sure why or how yet. But it just, there's no I've seen, the book from the government, how to do remote viewing, and you do this and step 1 and step 2. I don't have steps. I just do it.
You are similar to me, Michael. I've experienced phenomenal gifts. They've just come to me and I know how to use them. I know what to do with them. They come to me, but I wasn't trained to use these phenomenal gifts. I don't know why I've been chosen because I'm an indigo adult, as Jim tells me.
Sarah Williams is asking, what do you feel she was in a past life?
So the first thing I pick up on, I see you as a healer in Scotland. I'm getting the Scottish flag. So I'm getting Scotland as a healer, and you were oddly enough, I see you. I don't know if you've got stomach issues, but I see you like get stabbed there, and that may have caused your death. So in this life, you may have some issues with your stomach.
Mark Wilson is asking, when you go into these dreams, do you treat the location of the dream as a separate world, or is it just a dream?
No, separate world. It's things are not. I just don't. I mean, if it was just a dream, I'd be dreaming of Matthew McConaughey having sex, for crying out loud.
Mark, I would just like to address Mark Wilson is a member of MUFON, Jim, and he's the one we should be having a video conference with Mark Wilson on Saturday, Jim. This is
cool.
I'd like to see if somebody from MUFON can accommodate me to have this tattoo analyzed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't. To me, it's just a separate world. A dream world is a separate world. When I'm awake, I'm also conscious in my deep consciousness, my higher self, because we're, what I call my biolight, or where I'm from, Pleiades, they don't really sleep in that sense. So yeah, sleep is a concept, I believe, of humans to rest, but not, to me, and people are like, I don't dream. Well, you do. You may not remember it because your higher self, you may not be ready for that information. I don't share a lot. Like I dreamt about, and you can see it on my webpage, purplewindows.net. I actually, I can remember dreaming about the Oklahoma City bombings 2 weeks before it happened. I worked in the news. And I went in and they said, you look awful. I said, I had a terrible dream, and I described it to a T of the OKC bombings. 2 weeks later, it happened. And then I also dreamt about 9/11. 2 weeks later, it happened. So, but you can't tell everybody, oh, by the way, the Twin Towers are going to go down and a lot of people are going to die. Can you stop? Could I stop it? No. I would be certifiable if I contacted the FBI and saying, by the way, there are terrorists on these planes that are going to destroy the Twin Towers, and they're coming down. Nobody would believe me. Nobody.
Are they those dreams premonitions, Michael? Premonitions?
Yeah. And unfortunately, a lot of them have come true. A lot of them.
And is it possible that those who don't dream are actually soulless beings? I know we've reached the top of the hour, Jim. We can go over if Michael feels up to it, and you've got the time, Jim. We can go over a little bit. We've got a lot of viewers, Jim, right now. A lot of viewers.
Sarah Williams.
Yes, definitely contact me if you need more. Oddly enough, I'm there to help if you want to donate. But I've had people get scammed by mediums because, matter of fact, a friend of mine, not a friend, but I just met her. She got scammed out of $600. And the medium told her that she had a dark energy around her and had to come back for a cleansing. And I'm like, no, don't. Oh, God, these mediums who charge unridiculous. I mean, granted, I believe a man is worthy of their hire. And yes, but I'm not, as an indigo, we're here to help. And yeah, it'd be great to, for somebody to pay for gas for the month or something like that. But that's not my primary. Matter of fact, if you go on my website, there are fees on there. But in most cases, I've rarely charged. People have said, here, let me give you, $25 or whatever. But when I hear a medium charge like $600 for a reading, that's freaking ridiculous.
Yes, I agree with that. Just because if a psychic or a medium charges you for the service, or if they don't charge you for the service, it doesn't mean they're fake. It means they're trying to put food on the table. But like you said, Michael, that's a ridiculous amount to expect someone to pay. There's
a amount that can be agreed upon, but when I hear these mediums overcharging and being more, not really as a medium, but more of a using as a mentalist tactic.
More like charlatan.
Jim Andre is a quantum. Jim Andre is a quantum healer. I'm a spiritual advisor, I'm a mystic. I could charge £60 an hour. Jim could probably charge a lot more than that, and we don't because we are putting something back into this community for free because that's
Exactly.
our way of to help seek
Exactly.
ascension and like we're light workers as well.
Yeah,
We don't
exactly. But yeah, feel free. We're on Facebook, so you have my name. You can look me up. It's a very unusual name as well, and there's more to that than meets the eye. But yeah, I don't. If somebody wants to bless me, but it's very very rare that I'll be like, oh, hang on, who's? Oh my God,
Yeah, I've got one for you, Michael, from
just a
Matthew
second.
Turner.
Just a
Sorry.
second, Bradley. Somebody's. Hang on, I just got really nauseous. Hold on. Somebody's sick here. I'm picking it up. So I just got really sick right now.
I'm sick, but not nauseous, to be honest.
Validate that you are your own self, not a scam in today's world prior to someone committing what? Sorry, Matt. My brain is
I'll
not
read that.
right now. Can you translate?
Matthew Turner says, how does a medium like yourself validate you are your own self, not a scam in today's world, prior to someone committing to give you any money at all? So how do you validate you're a real deal, you're genuine, Michael?
Because I never asked for money up front. Here, pay me $25 and I'll give you a reading. If I give you a reading and it touches your heart and it helps you heal and it helps bless you, then you can pay me. I don't say, oh, by the way, I charge $600 an hour, and then I'm not that type. If I was,
that's a good answer.
Yeah, it just I'm not a. I'm
also. I can tell
you
how. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I can tell you how I can tell you how to validate Michael and Gilpin is the real deal, and the way to validate it is Michael is a guest on Out of the Box with me and Jim, and we don't have a fake or deluded guests on our show or people hallucinating on medication. They're all genuine, real deal guests that we have on the show. That's how you know that.
Big Makarov says, I've lived too many past lives, Michael. It's time for me to move on. My soul is tired.
Yeah, we're connected, Vic. I agree. I'm the same way.
And Sarah Williams says, I feel like this is your last life, Vic. I feel that you will ascend. Can you elaborate on that, Michael?
So he's already ascending. I'm ascending. I know that this isn't my last life. I still have like 2 more contracts left, I believe. And that involves some interesting things. But Vic, I'm tired too. I mean, I'm having memories of things that it's not possible.
Michael,
it's just, yeah, go ahead, Bradley.
Are you affiliated with dragons? Are you Dragonkin? Because I'm asking because of Avalon, actually. Are you Dragonkin?
I have dragons in my life. I was born under the sign of the dragon. Yeah, my dragon sign. Yeah.
To have dragons in your life is an honor.
Yeah.
To have dragons in your life is an honor because dragons can be around everybody but not present themselves. They've got to trust you before they actually show themselves. And for you to have dragons in your life, I've got dragons in my life. I've encountered them from using telepathy as well. To have them in your life, you are Dragonkin, and which means that when you cross over, like for me, I'll be a dragon rider. You don't pick the dragon picks you. So when you cross over, you might get to get a ride on a dragon. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I found out my dragon's name this year, and I know what he looks like. And I can see him. I've got an AI program. I just haven't had the time to put in the parameters to create the picture.
Yeah.
It's on my to-do list, like many things.
You're right to keep the name of the dragon to yourself and not share it.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do.
Matthew Turner is asking, how long has this young lady had the gift of sight?
Since I was 4. 4 years old. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julianne Guthrie Smolson is asking, do you believe our consciousness energy just reincarnates and carries our experiences and memories with us?
I believe it's more than that, but yeah, we have a lifetime of memories and consciousness, but it's where you become awake or open to that. Like I'm getting more memories of things that are coming to the surface about past lives and being able to help me in this life. Like here's an example. I actually did past life regression with a friend, and I was a healer in the medieval times, and I remember I was running through a field, and this soldier in armor, I forget what period it is, but he was sent out to kill me, and he was actually, I had healed his family, part of his family with something. I forgot all of it, but I do remember actually stabbing in my heart. And I asked him why, and he said, because it's my duty. He had a duty to kill me, not because he hated me, but because it was his duty. Oddly enough, I've had a lot of, oh, thank you. Yeah, we'll talk more, Sarah. Oddly enough, I've had open heart surgery. I now have a blood clot on my heart. That's growing.
You do know
unfortunately. So
a clove of garlic every day, Michael, it thins your blood and prevents blood clots. And it extends your life.
I eat a lot of garlic.
90 or 100, taking a clove of garlic every day.
Okay, let's not push it, Bradley. I'm like Vic. I'm kind of tired here. Can you see me as a 100-year-old woman?
Oh,
yeah, I've started eating more garlic.
We still have you
because Jim said the same thing.
Sarah Williams says, Michael, you seem very sincere, and I feel you are one of the rare gifted souls. It's my pleasure to have the opportunity to talk with you. I also believe you, Sarah. Michael is sincere, and we like to surround ourselves with sincerity. And Michael is that, so
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Joanne Stewart says, hi, everyone. Hi, Joanne.
We are pulling the viewers in on this show today, Michael. You're going to be signing autographs soon. I can see that.
Thank you.
Let us know when you want to end the show, Michael, because we're enjoying your company.
Yeah. I would love to come back, but I do have a meeting I was supposed to be at about 10 minutes ago. But I'm also, I don't know what's going on, but I'm very nauseous right now and just.
Okay, Michael.
Yeah.
Then we'll end the show now, okay? And thank you for your time, Michael. We'd love to have you back. You're welcome back anytime. And I'm pleased to see you're out of hospital. Get well, speedy recovery. Thank you for your time.
And just everyone that I've talked to, if you want to talk to me on Facebook, or we can do a Zoom or whatever. Like I said, if I have the energy, I can help you, and I'll let you know if I'm not feeling well or I can't tune in or help you at that time. We can always set up a different time. Also visit my website, purplewindows.net. And my brothers here, Jim and Bradley and Vic, they can help you guys as well. So we all have different gifts, but together, I believe we're an army. So I appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you having you on the show there, Michael.
Thank you so much.
Sarah Williams says, fantastic show, guys. Thank you, Sarah.
It was nice to meet you, Sarah, and I can't wait. And I'm glad I was on that of your past life, and we can delve into that more.
Yeah.
All right.
And
thanks for coming on, Michael. Yeah. And thanks for everybody for all your interactions.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all in the next one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.